What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fortnite Save the World. The missions look weird, and it is not my fault. Trust me. Wrong area. I try to go in and out, but it looks like this for some reason. It's probably just a little bug. You know how those go. But we're gonna be doing more adventures. Now, what I wanted to show you guys and tell you guys is since the ability, say for clip, right, that anti-material charge is of no cost in this adventure season, if you really need to farm materials, build materials or crafting materials, clip is probably the best character to farm with right now in adventures. And what I've done is I put it together the other day. It's probably not the best, but this is what I'm going with when I need to farm. I've also done encampment missions with this setup. Now, one of the perks for Outlanders, as I said at mission info, is that they gain a fragment every 50 seconds and then have a 30% increased, a 30% damage buff, sorry, to abilities, right? And what I put together is basically giving my ability the teddy bear or the shock tower, one being more duration, another being damage, and another being fragments. Give my abilities more damage, 30% damage, which is another buff if you think about it. And then this one is just affliction, 50% damage per second, 3 seconds, and then increased range for my teddy bear. The cooldown is like an 8-second cooldown. I believe it's an 8-second cooldown. It's got increased damage, increased range, and then my shock tower also has an increased damage or affliction damage type for 3 seconds, but only half of the total damage. But it's still, it's pretty good for early venture if you're farming, you know what I mean. Even in late venture, it should be pretty good, but your missions will have to change. You have to do some that are easier, and then farm more materials. But it's still, something that's kind of worth it. I also have this is another like rendition of that, but just using Gumshoe, this character, for her pressing charges ability, which increases the ability damage by 30 and grants chance to not consume one. And if you don't know, having those fragments will, or should rather, increase the damage by a little bit, and then also increase the cooldown, I think, by a little bit, or decrease the cooldown, sorry. But this is kind of the same thing, except I have a fragment generation. Sorry, I was gonna start reading, but then I started trying to name the character at the same time. Weird thing. But every 39 kills, you gain a fragment. I'm already gaining fragments passively, so I don't need this character currently. This was for the previous ventures, but this is sort of a rendition. Like, you could swap this one out for the range, like a range character. And that would be that. But let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys as well. I wanted to show you guys. This is the minigun loader I'm using for ventures. So I have going commando cooldown by 66. Happy holidays, which is another decrease in cooldown, I guess you could say. Then I have an increase in duration of the the use time, increased damage, battle weave for another increased damage, feel for the fallen I don't really need, but it's just cool to have because I'm going to be using my minigun really often. So having that means having the energy and survivalist, because you want to be gaining a little bit of health. Even though if I were to switch the team perk to not happy holidays, but to totally rocking out and then run 2 rocking out characters, I would gain a lot more HP than I would from the survivalist. but I want that cooldown, right? I want to be able to use my ability more often, so that's why I have that. Both this one and the one I mentioned earlier, this one, are pretty good to use in ventures if you plan to do ventures. Now you don't obviously have to have all these characters, right? For the case of just mining, you know, Casey Clip would probably be, you know, the one you should have. But realistically, you don't even need her, right? You could use this character only, put it as your commander, and then have something else here. You know, it doesn't necessarily matter what you have here. You could have Long Arm of the Law. You could have Shifting Gears or anything else really, because what you really need is an Outlander as your main. It doesn't matter what Outlander. But yeah, all you really need is an Outlander as your main. And that's just for farming purposes. This one just makes it easier because you get more materials using her. But because there's no energy cost for your anti-material charge, it's gonna be fine regardless. So this is just like a best case scenario character. I'll use her. I'll show you guys right now in a second, since I do need to farm anyway. Let's see. I'll do an encampment mission, right? Why not? Mission info. Adept abilities. Hero ability to do more damage, which is just a good one to have, since I'm going to be needing that. Or not necessarily needing that, but it's going to be good to have. I've done some of these missions already. I did that the other day with friends. This one in particular, I will show you guys later the problems I had with that, because I assumed that only the Boreal base would be the problems of this ventures, and hadn't experienced any problems in the Chili Cove area, but I did, and I'll tell you guys about it later. Alright, we're in. I was looking at the ground for a second because I put my controller down, but we are going to see. I did notice that a lot of people think that this movement speed is slower than the previous movement speed, but I've also seen other people test that theory, and they are apparently exactly the same. So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily look too slow unless you're walking, but I mean, I don't know. That's just me. It feels the same. It does look a little slower. I'll take it. You know, I understand that. So if you see my cooldown for the ability, you'll watch it and we'll see how long the Teddy stays here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 7. We'll say 7. So it's 7-second cooldown on the teddy bear. I like how in like one of the previous videos I tried to explain this and how it's like tricky to mantle it. And I couldn't find a good example, but that was an example I was trying to talk about. It's pretty cool. We want something good from these damn vending machines. The higher level we go, the better weapons we'll get. Right now it's kind of crappy weapons, but eventually, hopefully, there's some that have bows. Bows are I'm not gonna say they're broken, they're just good, because saying they're broken is kind of an overstatement. They're good. You know, bows aren't necessarily the best weapon in the game. Like launchers, probably take that, and it could be any number of launchers that could be better than a bow. But it just depends on how you use it, how familiar you are with a weapon that can really help it. Can really help how good it is or how good you are with it. How are the other guys up here? Let's see, I throw one of these. Alright. She got saved? Yeah. I wasn't even trying to save her. But that's good that she gave mechanical parts, because mechanical parts are pretty difficult in this area. I won't say they're impossible, but okay. But there's like cars and stuff here, but in the Boreal base area, if you have to do a mission there, or it's only one of the missions available that doesn't have a time limit like this one, even though they all usually do have a time limit, it's just some won't tell you that there's a time limit. So the time limit in some of them is like, what, an hour and a half maybe. And this one is, look at my arms. He disappeared early. Maybe because I didn't use a fragment with it. I figure that's why. Gotta use crappy guns right now. Oh, hey. Let's see. I guess it's probably the new movement that's making my arms go all weird when I pull out an ability. Another thing, you can't use that movement, that new movement types in this area. You can't even hurdle. It just says mantle. So new movement. It's cool. I played a little bit of Battle Royale. But the new movement is not Save the World movement. It'd be cool. It would make building tall things a little bit easier. Of course, not as easy as just, you know, building some stuff up to it to build, but those mechanics would be pretty cool in this area. They might not be as useful, but it'd just be pretty cool. The sounds are nice though, the new sounds, the new area. All that is really cool, but there ain't much coming to save the world. Of course, there's been some stuff that's come, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that it hasn't been either. But not a lot of stuff comes, and when it does, it's pretty cool. Especially for me, you know, this game mode is, you know, a really good game mode, or I won't say really good, but it's a pretty fun game mode at least. This is why I wish I was Clip. Ores like that, they drop a single item, or ores in general, I guess you can say. With Clip, you're always gonna get 4. So if I would have punched that quartz as Clip, I would have gotten 4 crystals instead of maybe the 2 that I got, or the 1 that I had gotten. I didn't really check to see how much I got, but normally if you mine it regular, the max you'll get is 2. If you use Clip, you can get 4. Since it's like 100% more, just 2. 100% more of 2, just 4, I guess. Kind of weird, but that's how it is. These guys are freaking destroying me. We shoot at the ones up there. Those guys do a lot of damage, so I'm not trying to get hit by those. Unless the teddy bear deal with it. Oof, silent sneeze. Alright, but you can see how it's pretty useful. The teddy bear not only blocks shots from enemies, but if you're in a pinch and you have a taker running up on you, you can throw a teddy bear down or a shock tower down and hide behind it, and that will stop the taker's charge. Kind of just stop it right in front of it. Watch, I'll show you guys like with this too. Sweet. It stopped him, or he stopped on it, but like you could also say he stopped it, or it stopped him. Other way around, sorry. But they could also stand on these as well. What can he stand on? Sometimes they can stand on the decoys, is what I've noticed. And if they get on top of a decoy, that's freaking scary, because if they're up a little higher, then they can charge into something higher, right? So they, you know, they have a chance of charging up and onto a structure. So it's pretty wild when they do that. Shock towers are really good for tons of enemies. They chain attack, and this one has affliction, so it is really good. They're chasing that, yeah. That made sense. It spawned another group. No, he's gonna die. Saved him. I thought I needed to reload. I still did a reload. See, now I did. But look at the range. And because of the character I have, not the main character, but one of my support characters, the farther the enemies are away from the teddy bear, the more damage it does to him. But in this area, abilities will do more damage anyway. I thought I seen an enemy fall down there. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, it's down there. Where's the little guy? Where is he? It was another one. Maybe this guy just fell.
If you keep pushing on, we might clear the zone.
Alright, I do kind of like the slide effect too. Although sometimes it's not the best, but sliding around is pretty nice sometimes. We could probably do one more, and that's the mission, because it does take a little bit of time since I'm waiting for my abilities to recharge. I also need better vending machines. Better vending machines. I didn't heal previously. Thought I healed before I did anything. Oh, takers. That wasn't the best example. I tried to show you guys you can do that too, but why when I try it doesn't work then? Dude, it's embarrassing. I'm about to die. No, wait, let me get back up here. So I can craft a healing pad. Kill the damn cowboys first. They are the annoying ones. Okay, they're not dead. It's actually a good spot to put the some footage. Chest right there too. Alright, this is pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. I just need more mechanical parts is all. Oh, sweet. I knew it hurt something. I didn't know where exactly, but ooh, enemies. Yeah, where'd it go? There's a chest in there too. There's so many chests all of a sudden. Okay, buddy. Stop hitting me. Let's do this. We might be able to do this last one. Okay, I wanted to see this chest up there. I jumped up, moved the camera up, see if I could hear it.
Here we go. You know what to do.
Nah, what am I lagging? Clipping around, dude. I got takers at least, and they eliminate. I hate this little. There we go. Better that it's flat than not. Oh, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna do that last one. Can I get up there? You up L8. See what's up here. Oh, it's a zombie. Bathrooms. Can I go higher? L8. Maybe it's just you can't get higher than this. Oh, maybe you can. Nothing. Okay. Okay. I'm an Outlander. I forgot. I just realized I'm an Outlander.
2 minutes before I have to pull you out.
Alright, 2 minutes. Means there's nothing up there. Can I build? Dude. What was that? I was spamming it. So there's nothing up there. Basically. If you are looking for chests and stuff, obviously, as I said before, Outlanders are the way to go. If you also don't know, these ducks give you duct tape. All ducks give you duct tape. So if you see a duck, that's upgrade. Upgrade, that's duct tape upgrade. Wish this thing had a faster fire rate. I'm gonna fire faster rate. Dude, I'm missing your shots. It doesn't matter. 30 seconds. I'm probably gonna do it. Nope, I did it. Or my ability did it, rather.
Good work. Let's head home.
Alright, we're back. I skipped ahead. Basically just skipping the rewards. Because that part is a little boring. Right? Get back to the action. Psycho TJ. Yes, I'll get back to the action. So I'm gonna do this mission. It's gonna be a little weird for me to do it myself. A little hard, rather. But we're gonna try it. And if it's in a horrible spot, then I'm gonna leave. And then I'm gonna try a different I'm gonna try it again to get a better spot. Because if you see that red mission over there, I'm kind of panning over it to it right there. That that retrieve data. Not retrieve data. That ride lighting. Same as this one, right? Ride lighting. Me and two of my OG homies the other day, we were playing some ventures. And we ran into a problem, right? And I kind of re-explained it, and they were talking to me as I was talking to you, the audience. I was talking to you, the audience, and they were talking to me like I was talking to them, but they didn't know I was recording until after. But one of them suggested, hey, you should record this a little bit, make sure that people are aware that there's some BS going on, and hopefully that'll bring it to Epic's attention. Hopefully it picks up a bit in the Save the World community, and we get their attention so we can get something, right? I know it's a long shot, but hopefully this gets a little bit of attention, right? And hopefully there's a fix to it, right? Because as it is, you can't build too close to, say, these, right? And I know sometimes it's for the game's sake, right? It wants to make the game a little harder, meaning that, it wants the enemies to be able to walk up this, and there's not much you could do. Obviously, you could do something. You could do this, right? And just ramp over it, which would solve the problem, make it a little harder, obviously, because smashers won't always obey this ramp. They won't be like, okay, let's go up. Sometimes they'll get hit with a trap or something and they'll charge through and they'll break through this, and then there's a big hole right here, and the enemies are just gonna say, well, there's no ramp, so we're just gonna run up and break this, which then breaks that. And then, you know, I mean, anything you would place, say like you placed walls and stuff and traps up here and traps down on these 2 floors and even on there, it's all gone, and you only have the traps that are above and the traps on the walls, but the traps on the walls may not even hit them. So it kind of messes with your trap tunnel. And I wished that they would allow us to put a ramp right here, right? It's not necessarily interacting with anything. See, ramps right here would be freaking amazing. Ramp right here, and a ramp right there, or a floor right there rather. So if this was like that, and there was a ramp right there, it would be a shorter trap tunnel, and it would be like a surefire way to probably not have this destroyed and leave this there, so they walk up there. It's kind of just, it'd be easier, right? And these are indestructible. But it would be better for us the players. Like, even if we couldn't build, you know, like some areas will, you know, like I can't build there probably because of this. Hopefully it is, and not that you just can't. Okay, you just can't. See, there's not necessarily anything in the way of this structure, or this one for that. I mean, like these 2 I would understand, right? This one you're not gonna put a trap on it, so having it there, you don't really need it, right? Because the enemies, if they were to come from down here onto here, they would still jump over and not hit that block, which you know, you wouldn't need a wall there. But a floor you would want there, right? In some areas you can't even place. See, I can't place here, can't place there, and you're probably gonna argue, well, yeah, but you know, if you put a trap there, it's probably not gonna hit them. And I'll tell you that it will, and that's because traps like the wall darts or wall spikes basically just need you to be above them, and not like, I don't mean the enemies, what am I trying to say? The enemies just need to be above them, right? Not like, it's not like an entire tile size, right? But it just needs them to be a little bit above it. They don't have to be too far above it, but you know, just high enough they could still get hit. And even if it was in the snow like that, it would probably still hit them. Because what we've been encountering in the Borealis base area is not being able to play stuff. And hopefully this mission doesn't have an example, but at the same time I do want it to have an example of what I'm talking about, because it sucks. It's making this Venture season suck. A couple of the higher level guys that I talked to previously, like I was helping someone the other day, and there's another high level guy in there with us. He was a 128, and I asked him, how's Ventures going for you? And he was like, it sucks. He's like, I don't want to do it. It sucks that, you know, you're so restricted into how you build because of some of the areas that don't allow you to build them. And I'll show you what I mean right now. Yeah, but it's pretty messed up how this objective is, like, we're not able to build around, we're not able to...
Yeah, we're doing pretty good though right now.
Yeah, we're doing good with it. Like, we're doing well for what, you know, the problem we face. Yo, there's a smasher on the south side, on a fucking weak spot.
I'm on the way.
Dude, come snared.
Oh, yeah, on this side, bro. I'm coming in.
Yeah, it's dead. Alright, but we had to build this entire box just to defend this objective, and they still got through. Now, we don't have exactly the you know, all the material to defend it as best as possible, basically, but we did
there's another
our
one.
best with what we could.
South.
Yeah, I see it on this side. We get it to the top.
Bitch ass.
I should have edited arches, but I figured dropping it down was easier.
Damn it,
We just
bro.
have to take turns going through it.
Fuck.
Okay, but yeah, we did build this whole ass box just for this objective to be protected. They did spawn up in the mountain, and they did spawn on this mountain too, which sucks. We had our bases placed right here.
I'm gonna sit on the
right
weak
over there.
side, bro.
Yeah, we gotta watch our weak side. It's freaking, it's annoying that we have to even build like this to defend this objective. Okay, so if you guys watch the clip, you guys understand there's a whole lot of space around the objective that we had to build around. I went over it. I went over it during it, but it's pretty absurd that, you know, we had to build that way just to protect. There was 3 of us, granted, which means that, you know, we were gonna pass the mission, but it was harder than it should have been. Right? Is no need to have that sort of thing going on. Especially with 3 of us, right? It should have been a pretty easy mission with 3 of us. But it kind of ruins the venture experience for me. Having to build more, having to use more material. One thing I didn't mention is that I was low on material in general, like crafting materials, say the twines and stuff. Watch, I'll show you. See, I went and farmed ahead, or after that mission actually. Farmed a bit of twine, I got a bit of planks, so that's why I have a bit of those materials now. But previously I didn't, and it was kind of like I ran out of stuff to build around. I don't think I get to show you guys the outside of the base, but you know, my friends and I had to put a lot of traps on the outside, above, and kind of just around. We'd put some wall spikes and wall darts, and I'll show you my wall darts. They have similar ones, or the same ones actually, I think. Increased building health, and then there are also the heals attached variant of the wall dart. And I had asked them to put those in case, you know, they were on their own, they want to do missions, and they were running the same character I'm running currently. They'd have a little bit of an easier time defending against enemies that are trying to jump their walls with explosives or high damage like the Smasher. Right? Because, you know, in theory, he wouldn't be doing this much damage, and if he does, your structures would heal, which would make it a lot easier to deal with since your structures will heal. But it's a good thing that in this mission currently, I don't have to deal with that BS of the BS of not being able to place structures in an area, right? Because I'm glad that I didn't need to place that one. Okay. Now these ones I just put ceilings. I don't know what type of enemies we're gonna get, but I do want a lot of brick around just in case. I have to not upgrade, but repair, and who knows how much materials I'll use during this. Actually, it's gonna be a lot less than what I think. I tend to think I'm gonna waste at least 4K, but that's like in regular Save the World, not this, you know, outside adventures rather. I'll say outside adventures you'd probably spend that much. Trying to upgrade, repair, and or just set up, you know, tunnels and that sort of thing. You know, you'll end up wasting a good amount. Sometimes it'll be 3K, but that'll still leave you with 2. So it's epic wall weakening acid. Okay, I'm gonna raise the roof by 1. I shouldn't have upgraded those things if I was gonna do that. And I mean these. I think these are fine actually. Let's do this. Alright, I'm back. I had to go do something really fast. No, this guy broke down everything. There's no way, dude. The whole base is gone. Can you even turn around? Yeah, he can. Damn, they really broke all of my structures. Even these ones right here. That sucks, dude. Okay, I was gonna go up here. I'm gonna make these too high because I don't want any guys who explode to explode on my stuff. I wish there was no like. I wish there was less of a building delay. I think that might be something in the settings. A thing in the settings is what I was gonna say, but then I said something in the settings. Doubling up my words. If you guys don't know what I just did, or I kind of explained what I just did earlier, you could upgrade the floor underneath this cone and the cone. Just run in between them, and that's that. A little bit of tip. I mean, little tip. What the hell? Not that either. Wait. Not that either, but you know what I mean, guys. Don't make fun of me. What the hell, dude? That's messed up right there. Not anymore. It's still messed up. Never mind. I'll turn around and get throw at me. Another thing I wish they would change is that these bones that they throw, I want them to not be something that the anti-air picks up and shoots at, because that's super annoying when you're trying to say like you're just AFK because you're done building or whatever, and you want to regen materials, right? You got recycling on. If you know, if you're just sitting there and you're in line of sight of one of the bone guys, they will throw at you, your anti-air will pick it up, and your anti-air will use durability, basically, right? It'll shoot it out, which will lose its durability. Got 8 of these. Let me see. 2, 4, 7. Is that 7? Oh, got 8. Okay. 8. And then need the tops. What's that guy doing over there? He's chilling. Can't figure it out. Okay, I've made one side a little too long. It just made me lose material, basically. I should have done that, but it was an accident. Okay. Alright, we need what looks like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. We need 11 of these. I said these. On the floors, I don't even know what to put on the floors. I do have a decent amount of quartz. Alright, I think I could stop them from coming up this direction entirely and have them go all the way around. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll do this. If you guys don't know this method, it's kind of been around a little bit. It's just something that supposedly messes with the Husk AI pathfinding type thing. So it, not this part, but it's supposed to mess with their pathfinding and make them not want to go that direction because it's seemingly blocked. Alright, that's the hope, at least. So I just do that along with it. If they get through, they'll get hit with a trap. Which is cool. Anyway, else they can get up from? Yeah, they can go all the way around, which is scary. They can go all the way around. Where could they go all the way around? I don't know if they can go all the way around. We'll see. If they have no other option to break those things, then they will. Which is what I always tell people, right? The enemy will find the shortest path to you, shortest path, or the path of least resistance. And if their pathfinding is like, okay, we're not going to go all the way around, then they won't. So it looks like they could go up this way and up here. No, they can't even go up here because it's fake snow, or real snow, but fake snow. I shot the wrong bird. Okay, I thought I was about to deny myself of loot. I just summoned some freaking demons. Okay, let's go. We'll see if they can get up here anyway. Oh, turn around. He turned around, which is good news, but bad news as well, because who knows how the AI is going to react to not being able to go up that hill, right? See, look, he's puzzled. He went back to sleep. He's tired of it. Can I please jump? Okay. Okay, now you guys really understand the example I was trying to prove. I can't even jump. I can't even mantle over this thing. Oh, I used him. I used him as a stepping stool. Yeah, I want some of my brick back. I don't have recycling on my base, so that's the only reason why I'm running around getting brick. But yeah, dude, if you got recycling, it's pretty OP in this area, since the materials costs are highly reduced for constructors. It's really worth being a constructor. Low material cost means that you're not going to use as much material, obviously, but that it's easier to get material, and that it's weird. It's like it's an imbalance, because you're getting more for what you're getting more than what you need, and using less of what you have, and that's the imbalance. Science. Okay. Alright, I also like to upgrade these parts because I need to put two in here. Right, because they will more than likely be able to break this one a lot easier than they'll be able to break the other two. So I like having traps in here so that they can get what's coming to them. Okay, now the floors. I have two more. Why do I have two more? Oh, because I decided to go all the way around. Okay, here's what we'll do. Oh, that's wrong, but that's right at the same time. Okay. I kind of want them like somewhat scattered, just so they have more coverage over each other. See, like building in here, right? I can't build here and I can't build here, but there's some times where I can build straight up in the air and it won't matter, which is kind of weird. So I want to build here. Boom. Because what I really need is these anti-airs to defend against enemies that throw stuff. They are annoying. Okay. Can I get up here? Of course. We're doing that like that because the ceiling trap, if that ramp is broken, then the ceiling trap can hit enemies through that window, which is always nice. I gotta remember I don't have recycling on. I'm going around upgrading stuff. Okay, there was brick around here. There's brick. Alright. I want to put some on the roof as well. Anti-air, it's not brick. 2 there, and I put like 1 here and 1 here. Okay. Now, I need to get blue glow, but it's going to be boring, so I'm going to cut to when I have all the blue glow and I'm about to start the mission, so I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, starting it up. Here we go. Hopefully I don't lose in 5 seconds, but I'm also going to grab this brick, then mine some of it. See what they do. See what they do. I have a feeling they're just going to walk through and say screw it. Yeah, they are. Looks like they are. Looks like they are. But that's fine. That is fine. It's what I wanted them to do. Alright, we're gonna craft 2 of these. Can I? Okay. I just wanted that upgrade to have it upgraded, to be honest. The floor, not the wall. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that for now. The brick that was here is gone. What am I? Oh, that's right. Okay, I had a feeling that they would just say screw it and not care about it. But they're also not going up the left side of it, which, you know, it's healing too. The wall, the wall's healing. Always nice. See, like this one's partly in the snow, so it would still hit the. These ones were more under the snow than the other ones, which is nice. Okay, I'm gonna put one here to be a jerk. Actually, I should put one here. I could put one there too. Actually, that's a smasher. He died. Alright. Being a jerk achieved. These enemies don't even know. Look, now they're more annoyed that they have to break through that floor. Okay, buddy, chill out. They're breaking to the second one now. I didn't want them to hit me, but I also just want to be able to move through here if I need to.
30 seconds left to go.
It's a smasher. Head glitch in the smasher. Is he gonna even hit those? Yeah, he is. Hit a random wall, buddy. He's a little not very smart, that smasher, which is perfect. But yeah, back to what I was saying a while ago is what it feels like. Having like luckily this one wasn't a problem. But in the previous missions I've played, not necessarily in this zone. It's kind of, this is like the clip I showed you earlier was like one instance of that happening, and for some of you it may happen more often than not. For me, it happened once, but I've only played like maybe like 15 missions of not Save Adventures. So it's not like it's a thing that happens a lot to me. If it happens a lot to you, you know, I'm sorry. The game is you know, fucked right now in that aspect of it. Okay, these guys are just gonna keep shooting me, but you know, I hope it gets attention, and I hope it gets fixed. Even the Borealis base is probably an even worse one. And I would have had a clip, but I totally forgot to record it. But it was an Atlas mission, right? So the area itself, you couldn't place a wall next to it. This guy's about to die. He's trapped vulnerable. Let me see. This thing will probably be cool with itself for a second. He's walking over the bush. That's fake, dude. That's fake. There's no way. He's walking over the bush. Over the bush is wild. That's messed up. I like the sounds it makes too when I shoot enemies with this thing. Cowboys look different for some reason. Maybe we're around the time of the space event. But what I was saying, in the Borealis base, say you had an Atlas like this, right? This was the Atlas. You can't put walls on the Atlas like you can like that. You have to put ramps, right? We couldn't even put ramps around the Atlas. Like this. We couldn't put a ramp like that. We couldn't put a wall near the Atlas. Now some areas did allow us to put a wall, but they were like 2 tiles away. So this is the Atlas, right? I'll mark it with a cone, I guess. But this is the Atlas. We had walls like this all the way around, at least 2 tiles all around the objective. It was super, super annoying. It was like this, like 2 walls, 2 walls. Oh, thought I was far enough away, but it was like this. It was just one giant box the objective had to be placed in, and we had to defend it from one area. Luckily, right? Luckily, it was from only one direction. But it was insane that it was even like that. I ran out of trap durability. Not on that side though. Let's see what it does when it shoots him. I mean, the wall hasn't taken much damage, which is great. Okay. That hit me after the enemy died, by the way. But, yeah, to try and be able to protect something that should be as easy as just, you know, building around, boxing, slapping some bases on it, calling it a day. Having to do so much more for something like that, kind of like with the, again, it could be seen earlier. That was just, it was horrible. That one was probably the worst that I've yet experienced. I'm sure there's gonna be more because I still have to do so much for this event in general. But it's like that was bad. That was bad. I know some of you are gonna be like, well, you have to work instead of have your base and all your traps and do all the work for you. But that's literally the point. You're supposed to have your traps to work for you, unless you're running a damage build, right? If you're not running a setup like mine, then, you know what I mean, then you won't be using these traps as often. Now that's sometimes, right? Because some people just run ninja and then throw a bunch of traps all over the place. But like I said, in my sense, I'm, you know, trying to use the perks the game gives, like supercharged traps or like you know, tough traps, so that I don't have to do as much work. That's, you know, the point of having a constructor setup, right? You have a base down, you let your base heal your base, you know, in my example, or you put Lofty on, which will increase your base by a lot of health, so then you don't have to protect your health, don't have to protect your objective as much, that you have, you know, one of the two. But that's that's the point, really. You know what I mean? If you don't want to do much, you have good traps, you know how to build around objectives, then that's your reward. You don't have to do as much. Like in the mission I just did. The other day I was doing missions with my friends, and as you've seen, we were doing missions, not the 34, but you know, we were doing the 46 4 times, and that wasn't necessarily super difficult, but like, say for myself or themselves, you know what I mean, like they could do it themselves too, I'm pretty sure. But to do it together and to have to do all that work for that objective is crazy. Like, my first suggestion when we got into that zone was, let's just leave, because it's not worth trying to do it. You're wasting a lot more material, even though, you know, material is easier gained in this area and worth more, since it's worth less, since the cost is less, rather. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this brings some attention to the kind of the build mechanics, rather, in Save the World. And I hope that you know, it gets noticed a bit and people complain enough so it gets changed, right? Because, you know, Battle Royale's got some pretty cool build mechanics. You can build into slopes and all this other stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was informative. I hope you guys learned a little bit, you know what I mean? And I hope it helped. So if you liked the video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.